Hi guys, and welcome back to Koi Fish Johnny. I've been building up to this for absolutely ages in my head. I've been overthinking it like mad, but I've got to sedate the fish. I'm going to be using this Kusuri Topical treatment kit. I've got to basically put the fish to sleep, which I'm not particularly comfortable with because I'm not a vet. I've not really put anything to sleep that's living in my life, really. And I'm feeling massively uncomfortable doing it. And to top it off, every single day I've been going out to that bloody window, and Morrison, the fish that I'm going to be treating, is up there looking directly back at me as if to say, you're not the one I want. And I can understand his perspective, because if I was a fish and I was getting sedated, I would look at me and say, no mate, I want one of them sensible dudes that you see all the other guys like Phil's and Andy and everyone else, Jamie, everyone else that looks like a sensible dude, the type of dudes that you'd like to put you to sleep, that treat your wound. You know, like when you get on the aeroplane and the pilot introduces himself, you don't want to hear this. In fact, there's not many places you do want to see this. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Morrison has been up every day at the bloody window with his mouth rot that we've got to treat, just looking at me as if to say, come on then. So today's the day we're gonna come on then and get it done. So I've roped the wife in because with me being a little bit nervous, what tends to happen with me is when I get nervous, I get more energy. I get more energy and I get like a little bit more bouncy. So to keep me calm, she's going to be assisting me. I don't know whether we're going to record it through the process or not, do little updates. I don't want to keep the fish out no more than absolute max at 10 minutes. I've watched a lot of videos, one from one of my favourite guys that I watched before I got a pond, which is Julian. He did a brilliant video with sedating the fish, and also because I'm going to be treating the mouth rot, which is obviously near the mouth. I mean, it's right on his mouth. What Julian did was pop some bog roll or toilet roll or anything in his mouth to stop some of these chemicals, the chemicals that I've got lined up there at the back. Stop the chemicals getting into his mouth and into the digestive system, which could damage the fish. So it is going to look a bit peculiar. Even when the pro does it, it looks odd. So when I do it, you might be thinking, what is he doing? But honestly, it's right. The biggest concern I've got going into this is the sedating of the fish, because like it says on the bottle, if you want to euthanize a fish, which unfortunately I did with clovile in the past, but basically if you want to kill the fish, double the dose. So if you don't get the dose right, there's a serious risk of killing the koi, and I don't want to kill him. I like him a lot. He's a little character, he is. In fact, there he is. Don't know if you can see. Look, let's wander over, let's see him. Come on, let's see. Morrison, here he is. Look at that there, the mouth rot there on him. In fact, let us whip you in for a close-up. You see him there, the orange one, the orange and black one. You can see his face straight off the bat. He's like, I don't want you euthanizing me. Winston, get the fishmobile, we're going. But no, seriously. You can see that he is like at me, as if to say, this has got to be done. So we're going to be doing it. Anyway, there is a lot to consider when doing this, because it isn't natural for somebody like me to be putting a koi to sleep, but that's what we're going to be doing. So I'll quickly run out, so I'll put the bottles in order. Tap water for when you're putting the top coat on. All in order here. Koi sedate, that's the risky one. Once we've got that right and set up in the overpriced measuring bowl there with the air stone that I've just bought. In relation to that air stone, this air stone, 30 quid on Amazon. What is it about the koi world that everything is supplied without a bloody plug? So I've just been hunting around the house for the last 20 minutes, working myself up even more, trying to find a bloody plug to put on the aeration pump. But I've done it now because I've got an independent aeration pump. I did have another one when I had the sunken pond, but it's gone missing in my green shed, which isn't very organised. So this is where it's going to be done. It's going to be aerated from there. We'll sedate him, clean the wound with a Roccal wound cleaner. Then from then on, it's onto the Anti-Bac. And from the Anti-Bac, then there's this dusty stuff, this Orahesive protective powder. Basically, what that does is it reacts, I think, with the top coat to act as a seal, because that's what I was wondering. I was wondering when I was building up to this, how do you actually seal the wound effectively without the water just dragging it off? But apparently all them combined together make it perfect. I've laid everything out that we need here, so I've got all the topical treatments, as I've just gone through, lined up there, all in order, ready to rock and roll. Next thing, pump. Overpriced measuring bowl, that's what we're going to be using. To make sure we have absolutely no mistakes with the Sedate, I'm going to be measuring out all the pond water with this jug, which goes up to 2 litres, filling that up so I know exactly how much is in. So to get the koi out, to get Morrison out, we're going to be using that net that does extend. We've got a net cover for on top of the bowl when he's going into being sedated, just in case his behaviour, or when he comes round, just in case his behaviour changes, becomes erratic. It will keep him contained within the bowl so he's not flapping all over the show here, potentially damaging himself. We've got the sock net there, which is a cracking bit of kit for getting the koi out of the pond into the bowl safely. Then my holiday towel from Tenerife we're going to be using, because the wife wasn't happy that I wanted to try and use something else. So I've got my little holiday towel there. That's going to be wet. We're going to wet that with pond water. We're going to wrap it all around the koi because we're literally treating the mouth. We're going to put it over the eyes so he can't see, not so he can't see, but it just keeps him calmer and stuff. And as much over the mouth as possible, but then with a tissue in the mouth to stop the anti-bac and everything entering the mouth. So that said, I'm pretty much ready to rock and roll. Everything's set up. Don't want the additional pressure of having to record the process, having never done the process before. When you're messing around with a koi's life and putting him to sleep, he wants my full attention on him, and that's where it'll be. If I do get an opportunity and I am calm throughout this, and everything goes swimmingly well, we may do intermittent recording, but this is aimed at sharing with you guys my journey, sharing with you guys that might not have done this before, sharing with you guys that have done this before, that may say that could have been a little bit better, that could have been a bit better, or whatever, right? I've done my research, I'm ready to rock and roll, and I'm going to go into it. But as you can tell with my speed of speech and everything else, I am literally nervous about this. I mean really nervous. So I'm going to go into it now. I hope that this video adds value. I hope you're going to enjoy watching it. I hope you're enjoying my approach to it. I'm buzzing because I'm just over 800 subscribers. I'm blown away, man. I remember setting this up and I had 76, I think it was, and I was like, what? 76 people actually bother subscribing to my channel. So now I've got 804, I think it is. It's just ridiculous, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for advice and guidance. Just thank you all in general. But anyway, I'm waffling on now because I'm trying not to do what I need to do. I'm going to go and do it, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to go and treat Morrison, who, again, look at that. There he is. We're going to end with walking over to Morrison. Come on, let's go and have a look. Look. I'm not lying. He's here all the time, terrorising me, as he's just sunk down there because he's seen you guys watching. There he is. He's coming out, man. He's coming out. Okay, guys, so gloves on, ready for action. Right, we've got to come out here. Look at the bowl. Bowl is set up in this bowl here. There you go, with the aeration kicking in. In that bowl we've got 18 litres of water, which requires 20 millilitres. Now, one of the things that I used to make sure everything was precise was A, we use this to measure the amount of water, and B, we use a cowpole stick that does 5 mil. So it's 4 jets of that. So we know we've got exactly the right dosage in there. But like I've seen Julian doing it, he just adds a little bit more if the koi isn't taking to it that well and isn't going purely sedated. I'm not going to record it, I'm just going to do it. So everything is literally set up. We're going to get the fish out now, put him in the sock net, put the sock net in there. Make sure he's fully sedated by testing the gill at the back, just pressing it down. It's like being choked apparently, or gagging, a gag reflex, so we should get him awake. If he is awake, if he's not, he's purely sedated, he won't react to that. The towel's going to be wet right now, and then we're just going to treat him there, okay? So, fingers crossed. Take him out of here now. Take that out. He's still breathing because his mouth's moving. That's kept everything out of there. I don't know why he jumps like that, but we're gonna just pick him up and carry him back to the pond. Right. Get on there. Okay guys, so that went quite well. I've just brought him back to the pond. I was going to do him in the bowl, redo the bowl. He did sedate quite quickly, so he should be coming round quite quickly. It went really well. We got him right near the air stone here. You can see there, zoom in darling on that, on his wound. It's all sealed, it's all cleaned. Back to me, Sweet Pea. You can see he's coming round. He is coming round, dragging back a little bit to try and get a bit of air in his gills. Just supporting him there. He's coming back round. I did think he died at one point, which scared me to death, but he didn't. So I'm quite happy with the way that went. I probably will have to do another one, and I think I'll be a little bit more relaxed on the next one. Not come around yet, has he? He's kicking a bit. He's getting ready to go. Hey, stop cutting my head off, Harry. He's getting ready. He's starting to come around now a little bit. I can feel him. He's going to get off in a second. He's going to go. He's gone. Jeez, that was something else, that. Honest to God, sit down for a second. Right, that was a different experience to any experience I've had in my life. Sedating the fish, you definitely feel like the fish has died. I was very, very, very precise in my measurements, very accurate, but it still made me uneasy, and I did rush a little bit at the beginning, started panicking, flapping a little bit, but we got back calm, we got back organised. The wound's been treated, the wound's been sealed, the coi's back in and still moving around, and I feel a lot more confident going into the next time I have to sedate a fish, which hopefully won't be very soon. So from now on, we're just going to be looking at his mouth rot and hoping that he makes a really good recovery really, really soon, because it was substantial. That I didn't have a chance to video or do anything, but wife did take some pictures, which I'll try and crop in, and you can see it's like a substantial big lump, this, and we're lucky to have seen it because it's on his right side and the vortex past the window. We don't see the right side of him often, so it's only when he flips back round, so that's why we've only just noticed it. And if we had a pond that was submerged into ground, a sunken pond, that'd be very, very difficult to see. So thanks to the window, we've been able to see this, identify it, treat it, and hopefully resolve the issue, fingers crossed. To anyone going through this, you just got to stay calm, you've got to do your research, make sure the dosage is right, don't panic too much, make sure the towel's wet, don't overthink things like I was looking at his mouth, making sure he's breathing all the time and making sure this was right and that was right and the other was right, and don't do it alone. I found it very helpful to have my wife there, who's recording this, my wife there with a fresh set of eyes reading the instructions as we're going through. So every time there was like a grey area or my mind went blank, was able to defer back to the instructions without having to run and go and get them. So that was very helpful. I don't know, I'm going to have a beer tonight, recover from that. So thank you, I hope you've enjoyed that. I will do another follow-up video because this is literally, you've just seen the fish swim off, so I'm still in a bit of like mode, but don't worry about it. Please like, please subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it helps some other people going into this, sedating the fish and treating the fish for whatever the reason why you need to treat the fish. Feel a little bit more comfortable, because I know the pros do it, but I'm an amateur, first time, and I feel good about it. I feel like I could do it again if we need to, and I'd be a lot more confident. The fish all seem happy. I'll check on Morrison in a bit and watch him tonight to make sure he's alright. So please like, please subscribe. Take care guys, that was an experience.